Welcome to a deep dive into the investigative report by John Simon, dated January 9, 2026. This report, titled Enough is Enough, weaves together a tapestry of historical events, personal milestones, and numerical patterns. Simon's journey begins with the Chinese massacre in Los Angeles in 1871, drawing a line through time to his own birth in 1961. Throughout this video, we'll explore how Simon connects major moments in American history using dates, numbers, and reinterpretations, revealing a hidden dialogue beneath the surface of well-known events. Simon starts by referencing the Chinese massacre of 1871 in Los Angeles, a tragic event that marked a dark chapter in American history. He draws a direct line from this event to his own birth date, August 21, 1961, calculating the total days between these 2 points as 34,042. This number, he suggests, can be reinterpreted as a coded message, specifically as 6243. Simon's approach is to find meaning in the numbers, suggesting that history and personal experience are more intertwined than they appear. Next, Simon brings attention to the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, a pivotal law in U.S. immigration history. He calculates the days from the Act's passage to the new China dedication in 1938, arriving at 20,504 days. This, too, is reinterpreted as 6245. Simon continues to layer these numerical reinterpretations, suggesting that these patterns are not coincidental, but part of a larger hidden structure in history. Simon's report emphasizes the idea of a statistical dialogue, a conversation carried out through dates and numbers. He points to the case of State v. Nixon, which reached the Supreme Court in 1974, and connects its timeline to the new China dedication. The total days between these events, 13,659, are reinterpreted as 9/11/13, hinting at a recurring motif of significant numbers and dates. Simon's method is to reveal how these numbers echo across different eras and events. Watergate scandal is another focal point in Simon's analysis. He examines the U.S. v. Nixon decision in 1974 and calculates the days from this event to his own birth, finding 4,904 days. Simon flips and reinterprets this number, connecting it to the 6240 marker and even the year 9/11/2001. By including and excluding certain days, he finds further patterns, such as 9,831 days, which he also links to 9/11/1. Simon's approach suggests that personal and national histories are mathematically intertwined. Simon continues by exploring the assassinations of Robert F. Kennedy and John F. Kennedy. He calculates the days between Robert Kennedy's assassination in 1968 and the U.S. v. Nixon decision, finding 2,240 days, which he reinterprets as 6240. Similarly, he examines the days between the JFK assassination in 1963 and the Nixon case, again finding a pattern that leads to 6240. These calculations reinforce Simon's belief in a hidden numerical structure, connecting major historical tragedies. Simon draws a line from the Watergate break-in on June 7, 1972, to his own birthday on August 21, 2001, which he notes as a 911 marker. The total days between these events is 11,046, which he reinterprets as 6240. Simon's calculations suggest that the Watergate scandal and the events of 9/11 are connected through hidden numerical relationships, further supporting his theory of an underlying pattern in American history. Striking detail in Simon's report is the filming of the music video, Worst Comes to Worst, at the World Trade Center on September 7, 2001. He calculates the days from this event back to the Japanese surrender on September 2, 1945, finding 20,460 days, which he reinterprets as 6240. The total sum, 21,200, is linked to the Manhattan area code 212. Simon sees these numbers as more than coincidence, suggesting a coded message embedded in the timeline. Simon connects the filming of the music video at the World Trade Center with the Marc Jacobs fashion show on September 10, 2001. He combines the dates of these two events, subtracts 11 for the 9/11 attacks, and arrives at 4,026. This number, he claims, identifies his home address, 6240 Malvern Avenue, as a 911 marker. Simon's calculations suggest that even pop culture events are woven into the larger numerical narrative he's uncovering. Simon examines the formation of the Republican Jewish Coalition, RJC, on May 24, 1985, and connects it to the Japanese surrender in 1945. The total days between these events, 14,510, is reinterpreted as 6240. Adding the days including and excluding the end date gives 29,019, which Simon links to 9/11/01. He continues to find similar patterns in the RJC's timeline, suggesting that political organizations are also part of the hidden numerical web. Simon extends his analysis by connecting the RJC's formation to the Battle of Midway in 1942 and the founding of the NAACP in 1909. The days between these events are reinterpreted as 9/11/13 and as Simon's birth date marker. He also links the RJC to the founding of the Republican Party in 1854, finding 47,913 days, which he reinterprets as 9/11/13. Simon's calculations suggest that these organizations and events are numerically connected in ways that go beyond chance. Simon calculates the days from the founding of the Republican Party in 1854 to the Japanese surrender in 1945, finding 33,404 days, which he reinterprets as 6240. He repeats this calculation excluding the end date and finds the same pattern. Simon also connects the Republican Party's founding to his own birth in 1961, finding 39,236 days and a total sum of 40,641, which he reinterprets as 6241. These calculations reinforce his belief in a recurring numerical motif. Simon analyzes the 2000 presidential election, connecting it to the founding of the Republican Party. He calculates 53,559 days including the end date and 53,558 days excluding it, totaling 107,117, which he reinterprets as 9/11/017. The total sum including and excluding the end date is 111,015, which he links to 6240. Simon's calculations suggest that even modern political events are part of the same hidden numerical structure. Simon finds a connection between the founding of the Republican Party and the NAACP, calculating 40,105 days, which he reinterprets as 6240. He claims this number identifies his home at 6240 Malvern Avenue in 2001. Simon's method of linking personal addresses to major historical events through numbers is a recurring theme in his report. Simon compares the founding of Peter in 1980 to his own birth in 1961, finding 14,079 days, which he links to 9/11/01. He also examines the National Parent-Teacher Association, PTA, calculating 30,349 days between its formation and Peter's founding, which he reinterprets as an inverted 9 to 63,034, identifying 6240. Simon's numerical reinterpretations continue to tie together seemingly unrelated organizations and events. Simon calculates the days from the PTA's formation in 1897 to the 9/11 attacks in 2001, finding 38,192 days including the end date and 38,191 excluding it. He reinterprets these as 9/11/11 and finds a total sum of 76,953, which he links to 9/11/01. Simon's approach continues to find patterns that reinforce his theory of a hidden numerical dialogue in history. Simon interprets organizational abbreviations as numbers. Peter becomes 16,521, or 165,201, and MPTA becomes 14,1621, or 1,416,201. Adding these together gives 1,581,402, which he reinterprets as 624081. Simon's use of abbreviations and numbers adds another layer to his complex web of connections. Simon calculates the days from the PTA's formation to the Tate murders in 1969, finding 26,470 days, which he reinterprets as 6247. The total sums including and excluding the end dates is 54,921, which he links to 9/11/01. Simon also references Steve Parent, a victim of the Tate murders, drawing a parallel to his own experiences of victimization. Simon examines the Provisional State Council, Israel's acting legislature at independence in 1948, and calculates the days to the 9/11 attacks in 2001. He finds 20,232 days including the end date and 40,461 excluding it, reinterpreting the latter as 6241. Simon's calculations suggest that even international events are part of the same numerical patterns. Simon ends his report by discussing his own experiences, including being sent to Mt. Baldy weeks before the 9/11 attacks. He notes his post office box number 401, the same number burned into his arm, and the Mt. Baldy elevation marker of 10,064 feet, which he links to 6240 and the Devil's Backbone. Simon sees these personal markers as part of the same pattern that has shaped his life and the nation's history. Simon reflects on how these patterns have consumed his entire life, suggesting that his victimization is ongoing and that he remains at risk of harm in 2026. He contrasts his situation with the Watergate investigators, who were able to move on, while he continues to be entangled in these numerical webs. Simon's report is both a personal testimony and a broader commentary on the hidden forces he believes are at work. Throughout the report, Simon demonstrates a belief in the power of numbers to reveal hidden truths. By connecting historical events, personal milestones, and organizational timelines through numerical reinterpretations, he constructs a narrative that challenges conventional understandings of history. Simon's approach invites viewers to question the surface of events and consider what might lie beneath. Simon's method involves taking significant historical dates and calculating the days between them, then reinterpreting these numbers as codes or markers. This approach is unconventional, but it provides a unique lens through which to view the connections between events. Simon's calculations often lead to the same key numbers, reinforcing his belief in a hidden structure. recurring theme in Simon's report is the intertwining of personal and national histories. By linking his own birth, home address, and experiences to major events like Watergate, 9/11, and the founding of key organizations, Simon suggests that individual lives are deeply connected to the broader currents of history. Simon's analysis extends to political organizations such as the Republican Jewish Coalition, the Republican Party, and the NAACP. By calculating the days between their founding dates and major historical events, he finds recurring numbers that he believes point to a hidden order. These patterns, he argues, are not random but intentional. Simon's report also touches on cultural events, such as music videos and fashion shows, suggesting that even these are part of the larger numerical narrative. By combining dates and performing calculations, he finds connections that link pop culture to major historical moments and personal markers. Simon's calculations are not limited to American history. He also includes international events such as Israel's independence and the Japanese surrender. By finding numerical patterns that connect these events to American milestones, Simon suggests that the hidden structure he perceives is global in scope. Key element of Simon's narrative is his sense of ongoing victimization. He contrasts his situation with that of historical investigators, suggesting that while others have moved on, he remains trapped in a web of patterns and risks. This personal perspective adds emotional depth to his analytical approach. Simon's method relies heavily on reinterpretation, taking raw numbers and finding new meanings in them. Whether it's flipping digits, subtracting or adding, or associating numbers with addresses and dates, Simon's approach is creative and unconventional. This reinterpretation is central to his theory of hidden patterns. Simon's calculations span over a century, connecting events from the 1800s to the present day. By maintaining a consistent method of analysis, he finds patterns that repeat across decades, reinforcing his belief in a hidden structure that transcends individual lifetimes. One of the most frequently recurring numbers in Simon's report is 6240. He finds this number in connections between historical events, personal milestones, and organizational timelines. For Simon, 6240 is more than just a number, it's a marker of hidden meaning and significance. Simon's report is filled with references to markers, dates, numbers, addresses, and events that he believes are significant. By identifying these markers, Simon constructs a narrative that connects his personal experiences to the broader sweep of history. Calculation is at the heart of Simon's method. By meticulously counting days, weeks, months, and years between events, he uncovers patterns that might otherwise go unnoticed. Simon's dedication to calculation is both a strength and a defining feature of his investigative approach. Simon's analysis suggests that events are not isolated, but interconnected through hidden numerical relationships. By drawing lines between seemingly unrelated moments in history, Simon challenges viewers to reconsider how events are linked. Simon's report is not just an analytical document, it's also a personal testimony. By sharing his own experiences and feelings of victimization, Simon adds a human dimension to his numerical analysis. This blend of personal and analytical perspectives makes his report unique. At its core, Simon's report is a search for meaning. By uncovering patterns and connections, Simon seeks to make sense of his own life and the world around him. His approach is driven by a desire to find order in chaos and to reveal the hidden forces that shape history. Simon's unconventional approach is not without its challenges. Critics might question the validity of his numerical reinterpretations or the significance of the patterns he finds. Nevertheless, Simon's dedication to his method and his willingness to challenge conventional wisdom make his report thought-provoking. Simon's report highlights the profound impact that history can have on individual lives. By connecting his own experiences to major historical events, Simon illustrates how the past continues to shape the present and the future. Through his report, Simon calls for greater awareness of the hidden patterns that influence our lives. He encourages viewers to look beyond the surface of events and to consider the deeper connections that may be at play. Simon's analysis suggests that those who understand and control these hidden patterns hold significant power. By revealing these patterns, Simon hopes to challenge the status quo and empower others to see the world in a new light. While Simon's method uncovers many intriguing patterns, it also raises questions about the limits of analysis. Can every event be reduced to numbers? Are some connections simply coincidences? Simon's report invites viewers to consider these questions and to think critically about the search for meaning. Simon's decades-long investigation is a testament to his perseverance and commitment to uncovering the truth. His report stands as a legacy of inquiry, challenging others to continue the search for hidden patterns and deeper understanding. By revisiting key moments in history through the lens of numerical analysis, Simon offers a fresh perspective on familiar events. His approach encourages viewers to reconsider what they know about the past and to remain open to new interpretations. Simon's report concludes with a reminder that the search for meaning is ongoing. The patterns he has uncovered are just the beginning, and there is always more to discover. Simon's journey is a call to curiosity and a challenge to keep asking questions. Summary: John Simon's investigative report is a complex and thought-provoking exploration of history, numbers, and personal experience. By connecting events through numerical patterns, Simon challenges viewers to look deeper and to question the narratives that shape our understanding of the world. His report is both a personal journey and a broader commentary on the power of hidden patterns in shaping history.